Hello, my name is Philip Thierman.
My name's Ariana Myers.
My name is Valerie Arlova.
Hey, my name is Nicole Jackson.
The advice I would give to a first-time online student is do not be scared. Do it. Just because it's so convenient, you can log on anytime. They send you notifications, so you're always aware when everything is due. I just can't tell you how much I love online programs.
What I liked so much about the specific program I worked in was everyone was looking to get the next step to really gain that competitive advantage, and I believe that Drexel University provided that.
I had actually taken some online classes in undergraduate. I actually did not like the undergraduate classes I took in online. My experience with Drexel was completely different. I felt like it was very cohesive and intentional. And so because of that, and it was built to support adult learners and adult learning students, it just made it really, really easy to onboard and to understand the workflow. And it's so consistent across all the classes on what you can anticipate that it was just very natural and intuitive.
You always worry that an online class would be much different than an in-person class. So I was a little bit concerned, obviously, about that in the beginning, but it actually worked out because professors have even office hours. Even though you're online, they do have office hours at least once or twice a week. And then if you don't feel like coming to their office hours, you can easily email them. They provide at least 2 alternate email addresses, their phone number, sometimes even cell number. So you can actually give them a call and communicate with them.
I felt very well supported throughout my coursework. I had an open line of communication to the advisors for the program, and they were always very responsive. As an example, the California wildfires affected the electricity in my house at one point, and I was able to work with my professors to make sure that my assignments got in on time.
I would say that the greatest challenge is a personal challenge, being that you have to create your own personal schedule.
You work 45 hours a week, and then you also have 2 online classes that you have to go back to and do homework, quizzes, constant discussions. And it was a little bit hard to balance in the beginning, but then you get into a routine.
So every week there was a fairly, a formal planning session that I did in advance to make sure that I was going to cover everything I needed to. Once again, though, it's after you do it a few times, it becomes a natural part of the way you run your life. And so it worked out really well.
Your student library as a Drexel student is going to be everything. You will need those resources. It made it extremely easy to create the papers that I needed to by getting the right resources, knowing that they're peer reviewed. And then the search is really intuitive. It works a lot like Google, so I didn't have to try to relearn things.
Being able to access a wide breadth of academic journals without having to pay for every download makes all the difference in the world when you're trying to do research.
Many times I used the Math Resource Center, I used the Writing Center many times to look over much of my writing, and that's been a huge resource and an available resource that Drexel students have.
6 months prior to my graduation, I went to see a counselor at the Career Center to help me fix my resume, and the counselor was great. We were able to pinpoint a lot of points, and the counselor also recommended a lot of groups for women who are engineers in Philadelphia. So I signed up for those groups and I made a few connections. So I definitely recommend the Career Center.
I think the best advice is for you to know your goal and understand how this fits into that goal. Know that when you are going through this process, there are a whole lot of other people going through it with you, and you have an extensive network of people who are willing to assist you.